the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up!
Welcome everyone to another episode of This is CorbinCenter. I have mixed feelings on this one. Let's start off with a positive. My Corbinite shout out would go to a friend of mine, a guy that I haven't seen in a long time, JJ. It was so great, Blake, to catch up with you, man. It's funny how long it's been since we've seen each other, and like when you just see somebody that you haven't seen for a while, and you're just like, oh my god, and then you catch up like pretty much. Like no time has passed. That's what wrestling to me is, and that's why it's great. So Blake, I got to give you this shout out on this one, which is good because I mean that was at Freelance, and Freelance is back at Logan Square. I successfully defended my championship, my Legacy Championship, against Chico Suave. And in typical me fashion, he brought his family, and I felt the need to incorporate that. And I'm going to let you know that that's fair game. There is nothing wrong with me for trying to, bring the fans in with some interaction. And whether I'm trying to seduce his mom, hey, if she goes for it, it's all well and good. And if she says no, I would have backed off. I don't think his dad was too happy about it. But you know what? He should have stayed a little bit more focused, and maybe if he did, look, you're getting better every single time, Chico, but you're not ready to take the Legacy Championship off of me. And my biggest challenge for anyone in 2024 is at Freelance. If you're somebody who wants to create your own legacy, come and get it, all right? Because my legacy is as long as Freelance's history is. I'm entwined in that company. So you have to take the championship off me, and good luck. But here's a huge milestone that we just hit. On Instagram, I hit 3,000 followers. A lot of people came up to me after Freelance, especially. I noticed a little bit of a spike in influx, and a lot of people said that I got called the Daffy Duck of pro wrestling. A lot of people said they love to hate me, which is funny. Look, I'll be the first to admit, to cheer for me, it shows a lot of bravery because you're going to be standing alone in a crowd of rabid fans. But just always know that I hear you, and I will still be able to be brave and go out there and be me while they try and suppress you, and that's okay. That's fine. I don't judge whatsoever. But it wasn't all good. It wasn't all good. When you ask me things that would happen in 2023, did I think that having to wrestle the Warlord was going to be on the list? Did I think that was going to happen? Did I think that I was going to have to wrestle the Warlord after I wrestled a hard-fought match? Did I think that was going to happen? The answer is no. Did anybody think that was going to happen? The answer is no. And there's only one person who could possibly make that happen, and now my booking future at Second Wrestling is in his hands. Now, I wrestled Jack Cartwheel for the first time, and I would have had Jack Cartwheel beat. Plain and simple. Like, look, I don't need cartwheels. I don't need flips. It's proven that my punches, my ginger snap, and my brain can beat any of the flippiness that's out there. And that's not just me trying to sound like an old school vet who's never left his home, who's never left the little sanctuary that he's created inside his local little bar. That's not me. What I'm saying is I know how to win matches, and I would have won this one. And I can't even take pride in the fact that I ginger snapped the rabbi. I can't even take pride in this. Because it's generational. The disrespect for me is generational. I went after the rabbi. I saw two faces in the crowd that seemed very upset with me. Two young children. And we all know how I feel about children and how much I can't wait for a vasectomy. So I went out and I said, you know what? What I did to your dad was justified. They needed a lesson because everyone always looks up to their father. And they just needed to understand that everything that has happened to him, the reason why he was laying face down in the ring as a result of what I did, is because their dad's a failure. And that was the biggest thing. He should never be in the ring. He doesn't deserve to be in the ring. He shouldn't even be close enough to a ring. The fact that Second Wrestling is still running is only based on the fact of me. And they even tried to suspend me and get rid of it. So I was trying to show them that you can't always rely on your parents. And sometimes they're going to let you down. But then I realized that they were just products of his twisted ways, and they had silly string, and they sprayed me with silly string, which got in my eye, and we know that's toxic. That's why it kills many animals every year when people shoot silly string everywhere and they leave it on the ground and crows eat it and all this stuff. And I turned right into Jack Cartwheel, who planted me down, and I was still dealing with I'm still dealing with it. There's a lot of like swelling around my eye. I have blurred vision. But do they care? No. No one cares. Actually, as a matter of fact, Second Wrestling fans enjoyed watching me get silly strung, I guess is the past tense. And as a result of them, it took a whole family of fines to beat me. And now, Rabbi Fine gets to book me in whatever he wants. And the first thing he did was he booked me against the 62-year-old warlord, fresh off of a match that I just wrestled. And this is ridiculous. When I show up to a show, I expect to do one match, and one match only. And Rabbi Fine, we are going to have to talk because there is some business malpractice if this is going on. But you will not break my spirit on this one. And I'm going to tell you, if you think 2024, everyone has tried to thwart me, but I've always found a way to outsmart them. And you're not very smart. So this should be pretty easy. But enjoy making your lists. Enjoy putting that out there. And finally, speaking of people who have tried to thwart me, Josh Price, I really hope that your neck is 100%, and I hope that it's ready for our tag match. And it's not because I hope for your well-being. I just don't want you to make any damn excuses for what's going to happen. I know you have a lot on your mind. We have this big show on May 11th at the Ralph. I know that you're looking forward to this epic moment, that's your feel-good moment. But you're talking to a guy who has gone around the entire United States and wrestled in numerous venues, historic venues with a wrestling legacy. And I know that this is the pinnacle of what you're going to do, but it's not even going to be remotely the biggest thing that I'm going to do this year. The biggest thing that you're going to do is you're going to come into the ring and get one more shot to go against me. This will be the most attention, the most eyes that are ever on you. And no matter what happens, the only reason people are going to be talking is because of what I do to you. I stomped a chair onto your neck. I Pillmanized your neck. I beat up your dad. All those things are me. All those things are what I've done to you, what I'm willing to do to you, and what I'm able to get away with. So if you think that you're going to stop me, maybe history will just repeat itself. And I said when I meant it. Happy holidays. I hope it's great. Maybe you'll get to relax. Maybe the gift that you get is retirement and plenty of time with your family. But I need you to be fully aware that I'm not going to pull any punches. There's no measure that I won't take to win this match and end this little storybook chapter. Because if I'm going to look forward to something in 2024 at Destination Pro, it can involve you. Because I'm tired of you. I'm tired of dealing with you. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. But at least I'll end my wrestling year on a positive note. And there'll be happy holidays for me. And then we go right back into 2024, where I will, during the course of that year, hit 1,400 matches. And there's still plenty of milestones for me to be making. So, some people will get a lump of coal in their stocking, and some people will get every single thing that they want. Because they make it happen for themselves. And that's just the kind of person I am. Thank you for watching. This is CorbinCenter.